Hi students, so today in this video I am going to discuss about compound angles. So what is a compound angle basically? So a compound angle is basically sum or difference of two or more angles. So for example, if I have A comma B as two angles, then sum or difference A plus B or A minus B, sum or difference of these two angles is called as a compound angle. You can choose 3 angles, 4 angles, okay, 2 or more. So for example, A, B, C are the angles. A plus B plus C, this is a compound angle. A plus B minus C, this is a compound angle. So basically, it can be sum, it can be difference of 2 or more angles. So for these sort of compound angles, we will discuss the trigonometric ratios. So now I have on board trigonometric ratios for A plus B and A minus B. So we can observe for A plus B and A minus B, trigonometric ratios of sine, cos, tan and cot. So sine A plus B, sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, this is the basic formula. Cos A plus B, cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. So for sine of A plus B, whatever sign we have in between the angles, the same is coming in the formula. But for cos A plus B, plus is the sign between the angles, but in the formula we are having minus. The opposite sign we are having actually for cos A plus B. Same sign we are having for sine of A plus B. Now to get sine of A minus B, just we replace B with minus B. So in sine of A plus B formula, if we replace B with minus B, we are going to get this. So replace B with minus B means cos of minus B here, cos B only. Sine of minus B here, which is minus sine B. Therefore we get minus sine. Similarly, in cos A plus B formula, if we replace B with minus B, we are going to get this. So when we replace B with minus B, cos of minus B is cos B only, no change. Sine of minus B is minus sine B, therefore this sign changes. Now tan of A plus B is nothing but sine A plus B by cos A plus B. So if you divide these two formulas, automatically you will get this. So tan of A plus B, tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. Same, if B is replaced with minus B, you are going to get this formula. Cot of A plus B, that is cos A plus B by sin A plus B. If you divide those two, you will get this formula. Okay, an interesting point you have to remember for cot A minus B, cot A cot B plus 1 by cot B minus cot A. This is completely unique formula in which for cot of A minus B you are getting reverse order of the angles. This happens only for this formula. So cot of A minus B, in the denominator you get cot B minus cot A, not cot A minus cot B, cot B minus cot A. So just we can remember like this, sine of A plus B. So sine carries cos along with it, whereas cos A plus B means cos function goes independently. So with cos function you will get cos only, whereas in sine of A plus B formula, with sine you will have cos. So sine and cos will go along, whereas cos of A plus B formula, you can see cos is independently coming here, sine is coming independently. So just for remembering purpose, you can use these sort of notations. Okay, so these are the formulas. Now, using these, we are trying to get some more formulas. So let us try to derive the formula of sine of A plus B into sine of A minus B. Let us try to derive this formula. So already we have noted down the formula of sine of A plus B as sine A cos B plus cos A sin B. Sine of A minus B is sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. So if you multiply these two, clearly you can see this is A plus B into A minus B form. So A plus B into A minus B form. So therefore we can write this as sin A cos B whole square minus cos A sin B whole square, which we can write like this also. A square means sin A cos B whole square minus cos A sin B whole square. Now if I want to get the formula completely in terms of sine or completely in terms of cos, we can use the identities. For example, if I want the formula completely in terms of sine, cos square B is written as 1 minus sine square B, and cos square A is written as 1 minus sine square A, just using identities. So if you use identities, the formula is clearly in terms of sine now. Simplify sine square A into 1 minus sine square A sine square B. So minus sine square B into 1 minus into minus, so plus sine square A into sine square B. So here sine square A sine square B minus sine square A sine square B you can cancel. The remaining part is the actual standard formula. So this is the formula for sin A plus B into sin A minus B. So if you want the formula in terms of cos, write sin square A as 1 minus cos square A and write sin square B as 1 minus cos square B if you want the formula in terms of cos. Simplifying, we get cos square B minus cos square A. So the formula in terms of sine is this one and in terms of cos is this one. So based on our requirement in the particular problem, we can use any one of these two formulas. So sin A plus B into sin A minus B, this is the formula. Next. Now similarly, we can derive the formula for cos of A plus B into cos of A minus B. Same process. So in the same process, we write cos of A plus B formula, we write cos of A minus B formula, multiply both of them to get the result. So directly I am writing the result here. So this is the formula for cos A plus B into cos A minus B. So if we change cos square A as 1 minus sin square A, and if we change sin square B as 1 minus cos square B, you will get the formula as cos square B minus sin square A. So therefore the formula is cos square A minus sin square B or cos square B minus sin square A. So any one of these two you can consider in the problem's application. Okay. Next, similarly, tan of A plus B into tan of A minus B. So all those things automatically we can get in the same model. Next, now let us discuss about the formula of sin of A plus B plus C. Now A plus B plus C is also a compound angle. So sin of A plus B plus C discussion. We will write this as sin of A plus B I will treat as a single angle or one angle, plus B plus C I will treat as a separate angle. So I am treating A plus B as one angle, C as one angle. So therefore this is sin of A plus B model first angle, this is second angle. So only two angles I am considering means sin of A plus B model. So therefore I can write this formula as sin of A plus B model. So sin A cos B plus cos A sin B model. I am writing the formula first. So sine of first angle into cos of second angle. That is the basic formula. Plus cos of first angle into sine of second angle. Now again sine A plus B, cos A plus B, we know the formulas. So that I will substitute now. For sine of A plus B, sine A cos B plus cos A sine B into cos C plus for cos of A plus B, cos A cos B minus sine A sine B into sine C. Now simplification, multiply this part with cos C, multiply this part with sine C. Okay, so therefore we will get the result as sine A cos B cos C plus cos A sine B cos C plus cos A cos B sine C minus sine A sine B sine C. So just simplifying. Now the first three terms are actually in symmetric order, you can observe. Sine A cos B cos C, cos A sine B cos C, cos A cos B sine C. First three terms are in symmetric order. Therefore for this first three terms, instead of writing all terms, we can simply write like sigma sine A cos B cos C. We can write like this for first three terms. Last term as it is. So this is the formula we have to remember for sine of A plus B plus C. Similarly, for cos of A plus B plus C, for tan of A plus B plus C, we can derive the formulas in the same process. Okay. So I will write that formula. So cos of A plus B plus C, process of derivation is same for all the formulas. So cos of A plus B plus C. So the formula of this is cos A cos B cos C minus sigma cos A sin B sin C. So this is the formula for cos of A plus B plus C. Okay, so now in the same procedure, we can write formulas for tan of A plus B plus C. So tan of A plus B plus C, the formula of this is sigma tan A. Now what is sigma tan A? Sigma tan A means tan A plus tan B plus tan C minus pi tan A. So what is pi tan A? Pi represents product. Sigma represents sum. So pi tan A means tan A into tan B into tan C is the meaning of that. And by 1 minus sigma tan A tan B. So sigma tan A tan B means tan A tan B plus tan B tan C plus tan C tan B. So for cot of A plus B plus C also, the formula is same. Just replace tan with cot. That is nothing but cot of A plus B plus C formula. So this completes the discussion of trigonometric ratios for A plus B plus C model. Now, let us discuss this result. If A plus B plus C is equal to pi or 180 degrees, then sigma tan A is equal to pi tan A. This is one result. And sigma cot A cot B is equal to 1. So this is a very important condition. Let us see how we are going to get the condition. Let us see. So A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degrees or pi radians. So first I will write A plus B plus C is equal to pi. So A plus B is equal to pi minus C, we can write like this. So now to get the condition in terms of tan, this first condition, I will take tan on both sides. So if you take tan on both sides, tan of a plus b is equal to tan of pi minus c. So write tan of a plus b formula now. So tan of a plus b formula is tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b. In the RHS side, tan of pi minus c. So tan of pi minus c means 180 minus c, that is second quadrant. So in second quadrant tan is negative. And since we have 180 degrees or pi, the trigonometric ratio will not change. This is second quadrant, therefore tan function will be negative. Minus tan c we will get. Now just cross multiply this denominator part. So cross multiply the denominator part. So tan a plus tan b. So see the multiplication carefully. 1 into minus tan c minus tan a tan b into minus tan c. So plus tan a tan b tan c. So this minus tan c can be shifted to left side or LHS now. So minus tan c is shifted to left side. So tan a plus tan b plus tan c. In the RHS side, tan a into tan b into tan c is left. And this is what we have to prove actually in this first bit. Tan a plus tan b plus tan c. That is what? Sigma tan a. And tan a into tan b into tan c can be written as pi tan a, and pi stands for product. It is not the irrational number pi. This is only symbol for product. Sigma stands for summation. So this is the first result. Now to get the second result also, same process we will adopt. But instead of taking tan on both sides in this step, we will take cot on both sides in this step to get this second result. Okay? So let us see the second result also. So in this step, instead of taking tan on both sides, take cot to get this result. So what is cot of a plus b formula? Cot a cot b minus 1 by cot a plus cot b. And cot of pi minus c, second quadrant cot is negative. So minus cot c we will get. Cross multiply this denominator. So cot a cot b minus 1. Cross multiplication, just observe. Cot a into minus cot c. This is the first term. And cot b into minus cot c. So cross multiplying denominator we will get like this. Now shift these two terms to the LHS side and shift minus 1 to the right side. Okay. So these two terms coming to LHS side. So cot a cot b. I am writing in order. Cot b cot c. I am just trying to write in order. So these two shifted to left side. Minus 1 shifted to right side. So can we write this as sigma cot a cot b? Definitely. These three terms are in symmetric order. So instead of writing all the terms here, simply we can write sigma cot a cot b is equal to 1. So this is the result when a plus b plus c is pi or 180. So actually this result will hold for a plus b plus c is equal to any multiple of pi. This result will be actually correct for any multiple of pi. So when a plus b plus c is any multiple of pi, these two results are applicable. Any multiple of pi means what? Any multiple of 180 degrees. So a plus b plus c is equal to 180, 360, 540, 720. For all these, the conditions are applicable. A plus b plus c is equal to pi 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, any multiple of pi, the results are applicable. Okay. Now, let us move on to the next condition. So what happens when a plus b plus c is equal to pi by 2? When a plus b plus c is equal to pi by 2, we will get sigma tan a tan b is equal to 1. This is one result. And sigma cot a is equal to pi cot a is the other result. Just let us see how to get the conditions. The process of solving is same as we did in the previous proof. The same process we will adopt. So a plus b plus c is equal to pi by 2. Write a plus b as pi by 2 minus c. Now if you want to get this condition, take tan on both sides. So tan of a plus b is equal to tan of pi by 2 minus c. So tan of a plus b, I am writing the formula. So tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b, and tan of pi by 2 minus c means this is first quadrant actually, and first quadrant tan is anyhow positive. Since we have tan of 90 minus c, 90 is there means tan changes to cot. So tan of 90 minus c, you will get cot c. Okay. Next, since we want the condition in terms of tan, I will change this cot c as 1 by tan c. So I am not wasting one more step. Tan of 90 minus c is cot c. Cot c can be written as 1 by tan c. Now you cross multiply. Tan c into tan a plus tan b into tan c, 1 into this part. So 1 minus tan a tan b. Now minus tan a tan b is shifted to LHS side. So then minus tan a tan b shifted to LHS side. I am trying to write the terms in symmetric order like this. Tan a tan b plus tan b tan c plus tan c tan a is equal to 1. All these three terms are in symmetric order. So therefore I can write this as sigma tan a tan b is equal to 1. So this is what the first bit proof is. To get the second bit proof, take cot on both sides here.